Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley and this is The Rural Companion. So let me go put this in the garage and then I need to start making some banana muffins. Those are just, I have a really great sourdough banana muffin recipe. I like to make a huge batch of them for the kids' breakfasts or snacks. This time I'm gonna pop them in the freezer because obviously the kids aren't home. And then Nathan is starting a work trip tomorrow, so I'll probably send a couple with him because he's actually driving. So it would be fun for him to take a little bag of homemade goodness with him so that he can remember us, you know, whatever. He doesn't forget us, but you know what I mean. So let me go put this away and I'll be back. The recipe that I just recently came across was from this book, Sourdough Every Day by Hannah Dela Cruz. This has not only your typical sourdough recipes in it, but it also has some of your fun recipes turned into sourdough. So she has like pasta, she has desserts, baked goods, things like that. It's actually not my sticky note, but that looks really good. I did get this book from the library and I love doing library pickups because then I don't have to buy every single book that I fall in love with. This particular one, here's the recipe. It's actually not there. Here is the recipe. Cookie top bananas Foster muffins. Now a few of the tweaks that I made. Number one, the last time I made this, it calls for dark rum, and in place of dark rum, I just did vanilla extract. So I'll do that again today because I just don't have rum. And then another thing, I always reduce the sugar. And I typically use a better for you sugar. Now granted, sugar is sugar all across the board. So I try to use coconut sugar or organic cane sugar. Today I just have coconut sugar and that's what I will be using. And then I always reduce the total sugar. So this recipe calls for 1 cup and I'll probably reduce it to about 3/4 cup. And I find that that works out just as good. We do have not as sweet palates, even though my kids eat mostly normal nowadays. They're fine with, because the bananas are sweetened. And then the other thing I did not do the last time I made this recipe was I did not do the cookie topping, and that again is just more sugar with cinnamon and nutmeg. Kids seemed fine. I actually didn't eat them, but the kids seemed fine with the recipe that way. They said that this was the best banana bread recipe that I have made. Now I have tried all sorts of banana bread recipes, and I just recently stumbled across the Farmhouse on Boone banana bread recipe, where of course it's a sourdough banana bread, and it made the most moist, fluffy bread that we have ever had, that I've ever made, and it was just phenomenal. But the kids said that this recipe was just a little better than that recipe. So that, to me, that means that this is our new banana bread recipe. Now, I don't know if that was because I just made it in muffin form and the kids enjoy muffins. I mean, what kid doesn't love a muffin versus a piece of bread, really? I don't know if that was the case. The recipe is not much different. Besides, it does seem like this one does use a lot, like the dark rum. So I was using 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and I don't think the Farmhouse on Boone recipe used quite as much vanilla extract. I actually don't really know the main difference. I think it's very similar. So I'm going to get this rolling. I am cleaning some eggs in my sink because it's been raining the past couple days and the eggs get really funky when it's wet outside, because I don't know, they just do. So I'm gonna clean them and then get started on this. this is one of those jars that I just grabbed out of the garage. This has been steeping since August. That's the second steep. And you can tell it's just not quite as dark. However, for the fact that I can get a second steep out of it, that means it saves us that much more money. And how awesome is that you can let it steep a little longer and get a second batch of vanilla. The recipe uses sourdough discard. That means you can take it directly from the refrigerator and use it. I typically, when I mix up my sourdough, I leave it out on the counter for a couple minutes. Nope, for a couple hours so that it can start that bubbling process. Then I'll put it in the fridge. If I need to use it right away, it's kind of pretty much ready to go. Ideally, you would want it at room temperature for bread making or something like that. But for this instance, there are some bubbles in there. I don't know if you can see that. And it is in a more alive and awakened state than just a typical discard. And honestly, I don't really follow all of the rules about sourdough. I tend to maybe just be a rebel. I like to do my own thing when it comes to sourdough. So I don't typically adhere to, like, you have to throw a certain amount away after, like a week or something. I tend to just mix up the flour and the water and use it because I hate waste as well as I don't think it's bad either. So now the most crucial step that I have found is that you take the softened butter and you beat it together with your sugar for about 5 minutes until it gets light and fluffy. And that seems to be the key to making really light and fluffy banana bread.
Something.
Let's see. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
No, look at the little babies. Oh, hi, babies. So Nathan is working on feeding the animals, and I obviously was working on myself a little, and we are about to head out into the city for a really fun date night. You guys are coming along with us for a little bit, and we are excited to share that with you. Let's go. I can't hardly see you, but you did very good.
It's romantic, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, see, that's what I
I
can
didn't see anything.
Here we go. We've got our sauces and our meats, 2 meats, and our QR code, and our cooking liquid. Are you excited?
So
You can't see us.
I
Oh, Nathan's here. I am taking him to the rental car.
That is right.
Because
Rental.
you're leaving me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. I will see you in a couple days.
Okay, I made it to Sam's. I'm gonna head inside. I need 2 things. Juice boxes for our church's children's Easter party, and then some sort of candy or fillers for Easter eggs. I have not been inside a Sam's store probably in months. I prefer to do the store pickup for my regular grocery order, and this time I'm just heading inside, and yes, I'm getting 2 very sugar kid-friendly items for our fun Easter party. So come on inside with me and let's see what we can find. I'm at the gas station and I am waiting for my kiddos. This is our designated pickup point and they should be here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. I am super excited and I cannot wait to hear exactly what they've done this entire weekend. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content that I put out each week, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. See you next time.